Welcome back to your show, Days of Danny. I am your host, and for the next few minutes, I am going to be your next door chismosa. I am going to be your farandulero. I am gonna give you the scoop on everything on this special Latin Grammy event called Ellas y su Música, presented by Thalia. And I do the quotation marks because I thought she was gonna be the presenter for like the whole 2 hours, but I was like, maybe not. And it turned out that she wasn't. Becky G was there as a host, Prince Royce, and who else was there? Becky G. I don't know. Just Luis Fonsi was there as well. So a lot of people presented, which was really good because they gave a good match of people to throw around and present. Anyways, so I try to watch the show on the Univision app. Miss Thing, you need to do better with the shows because I literally went on the Univision page and I only saw some performances, not even all the performances. So what do? I make this show. I actually filmed yesterday because I thought I had seen everything that I needed to see, and I didn't. So I was like, okay, whatever. So then today I go, and then it's like not available. There's an error. Like, child, I am paying good money to get my tea. So give it to me, Univision. Do better, please. Anyway, so they did a tribute day as in Cani Garcia, Jimena Sariñana. They did a wonderful job giving this queen the tribute that she deserves. Gloria Estefan, she has paved the way for so many. She didn't even cross over. She didn't have to. She was already like famous with the sound machine. And that conga song, she was great. And she has a lot of great stuff under her belt. So I was like, okay. So they sang good. And then Miss Thing came out and she did her thing. And then so graceful, so beautiful. And then Cheekies sang Jolene. And I was pretty shocked because Miss Dolly Parton herself introduced Cheekies. And she was like, mi amiga Cheekies. And I was like, my mouth dropped to the floor because I was like, bitch, if Dolly said I was her friend, I would literally let her like slap me like 5 billion times and I would thank her. So I'm sure Cheekies was like thrilled about that. And then not only that, but they sang together. Well, Dolly was through video, but still that's pretty amazing. And for once, I'm here to talk shit, but I do like Cheekies, but I have not liked a lot of her hair choices in the beginning, especially con La Malquerida music video. Like a lot of those things, I would have tweaked a little bit, like the weaves and stuff, but this hair that she had was spectacular. I did not see a strand in the air, which I hate when that happens, when I see that. So she looked really, really good, and her voice is getting better in my mind. Anyway, so this show was a bunch of music meshed together. So it was good to see like a variety. So Yuri came out singing La Maldita Primavera. Then Olga Tañón came out singing. Oh my, she's so good. Like her voice is so, like she just gives me life. And La India came out. She sounds so great too, like vocals to the T. And that brings us to the Celia Cruz tribute, which was amazing. It was good, but I don't know. Nobody gives me what Celia gives me. And when they were doing the intro interviews, La India spoke, and she was like, Celia, she baptized me, me bautizó. She's amazing. She gave me a lot of tips, and then she's like, ella es la princesa de la salsa, and I'm the queen. Bitch, no, you're not. I was so shocked. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, girl? We're talking about Celia Cruz. I was just like, bitch, are you on crack? Anyways, India girl, do better because without Celia, there would be no you. Let's just say that. So I was like, oh, okay. Not necessary. And then Ana Barbara came out, all graceful. She sang Bandido, so we all love that song. So it's like living my life. And this show, and its overall, it was great. The Grammys is usually good, but it's never like, wow, it was like the most amazing show. So it was pretty good. So they did the tribute to Celia, they did the tribute to Gloria Estefan, and they did a tribute to the most Spaniard Mexican, yes, Rocio Durcal. Such a queen, such a talent that, we lost 15 years ago. Or, yeah, it was about 15 years ago that we lost her to cancer. And, they did her daughter did a tribute to her along with two other girls. And, Miss Shaila came out with her beautiful gown and so graceful, so beautiful. And she started singing Amor Eterno. And then Rocio Durcal came out in the back, like, in video. And her sound was on and their voices meshed together. And it was just such a sweet moment. I started freaking sobbing. I could not stop crying. I was like, because it's so beautiful. Like, you don't even know. I honestly, if you guys can find it, if you guys have any videos, you can watch it because it's really good. And then Vicky Carr came out. She is an iconic singer. I only know the song that she sang in this performance. Not trying to be shady, but it's being honest. Olga Tañón sang, and two other girls also sang along with her. Cosas del Amor, which is like a staple song if in the Latin community. And, Vicky Carr came out, and then, she's like all beautiful and poised and, a little old. And it was just great. And she just started crying during the song. And, she said that she hadn't been on the stage for a long time because, her husband had Alzheimer's and then he passed away. So that we all must stick together. And it was great. Then Becky G, and I'm not doing this in alphabetical order. I'm just doing this by, by how I remember. So Becky G came out and she sang her first song that she ever sang, like when she came out, Becky from the Block, which was like a remake of Jenny from the Block. And she was so, young, and, she has become such a great talent, such a great girl, such bops that she got. Then she sang Shower, then she sang Mayores, then she sang Pijama. And it was just great. And you can't really say that to a lot of girls nowadays. Either they can't sing or they can dance. Miss Becky G can do everything. Now, we need to see her act. I want to see her in a movie. Girl, you see this? Yes. I am left-handed, so whenever I write, it gets on my arm because they don't make things, or at least I don't know about things that they make for left-handed people. Or whatever. So just ignore my tattoo. And then Miss First Lady Biden came on the screen and she's like, oh, I'm so glad that you guys are doing this tribute and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Miss Biden, what you doing here? Get back and sign some bills so we can, live better. And then Thalia herself came out doing a medley of her songs. She was breathtaking. She was so good. Like, she always makes, a scene. She always steals the show. And this was no exception. But this time it was like so much better. She sang her new song, Mojito, which I really like. And I don't say that often, like right off the bat. And right off the bat, I did like the song. She sang Umbrella Mexicana, Piel Morena. The girls came out. They had on the iconic bustier with the guitars. She sang Arrasando. She sang A Quien Importa. She changed somehow and had all her pride gear on. And, she started dancing and everything. She was so great. Like, she did the damn thing. And, the end of the show, I mean, they had a lot of things in between, like flamenco, mariachi, other stuff. Overall, it's a 10 out of 10 show. I really, really did enjoy it. And speaking of Thalia, she does have a new album called Desamor. It's coming out May 14th. Girl, what is it today? It's gonna come out in 4 days. So I'm definitely looking out for it. She has amazing like collaborations with Mo Enrique. She has a song with Banda MS de Luis Lizárraga, I think it's called. So I'm like, is this girl going banda? Because if she is, I am here for it. She did remake of her songs in banda style back in 2002, and the album sold pretty good. So I think she's trying to get back to those roots. And the album is coming out May 14th. I think I already said that. And the album cover looks a lot like the Baiana cover by Christina Aguilera. Now, Miss Thalia has been accused of copying art covers. For example, the Lunada cover, I think it was an inspiration from a band, Australian band, and the picture literally, they kind of almost look alike, as if one is day and one is night, which is like, oh, okay. But whatever. Everybody inspires everybody, so I'll leave that at that. Now, let's get into reality TV. So, Bibi and Eduardo, the Capetillos, finally are getting in the limelight again. They're having their own reality show with their 5 kids. I literally only remember one name of the kids, which is Eduardo, which is the oldest son. Probably, oh my gosh, he's so handsome. Don't tell my mans. Anyways, I didn't know there was such a sensible family, in the sense that, you know, in Mexican families, you have to be like the macho man, and, you know, you have to be the wife, the nagging wife, and like the stereotypical, like that's what you would think. But no, they're totally, Eduardo literally was crying every 5 minutes. One, spoiler alert, by the way, one of his daughters is gonna go live in Spain and study over there. And everybody's just gonna going their separate ways. Eduardo Jr. wants to make an album, and they're talking about that. And Bibi and Eduardo, they're gonna renew their 26-year marriage vows. So it's really interesting so far, and it's not so like dramatic, and it's not something that is manufactured, at least on this first episode that I saw, which I honestly don't know when it came out, because I've only seen the first episode, which I think is probably recent. But yeah, I highly recommend it if you are a fan of Timbiriche or of Bibi or of Eduardo Capetillo. If you don't know who they are, you are too young, child. Okay, now, Viaje con los Derbez Season 2. So now we saw Derbez's in Season 1 go to Morocco, and we got to see everybody's personality a little bit more. They are all, you know, it reminds me of the Kardashians, like in their first season. I mean, their seasons where they're like all over each other, and they're all in each other's business, if you know what I mean. So it gave me those vibes, which was fun. And obviously there had to be one that was just like, oh, I'm not into it. Like, I'm just like, I just want to go home. And that was Alessandra, which they could categorize her as a bitch. But I honestly, I am with her, because I am the type of person that'd be like, oh, I don't want to do that. No, I'm not ready. Or you have to tell me what we're doing so I can do it. You know, sangron type of attitude. Sorry. But I get her, you know? She's just trying to be safe. Keep it safe. But sometimes you gotta risk it. So in Season 2, they're gonna go to the U.S. national parks, and they're gonna be in an RV. So it's gonna be a whole different dynamic. Plus, what's her name? Atiana? Girl, I don't know, the little girl. Child, I'm not even gonna try. She's a little older now, so we're gonna see her personality a little bit more, which I'm excited to see. Well, this has been a great 14 minutes, and I told you it was gonna be a few minutes, but I did have a lot to cover, and I don't think I have any more tea, at least for this Latin version. Because I don't think none of the Americans, I mean, if you're American and you watch Latin TV, I am proud of you. You can come to the carne asada. With that being said, I am gonna go shave my back. I'm just kidding. I don't have hair on my back. All right, bye guys.